was an absolute insane success. I know right now on Zoom we have 580 people on here today. Thank you guys so much. We are going live on YouTube so that people can understand what we're doing and why we're doing it and why they need to show up to these meetups as well. So Hawaii was insane. Courtney Taguchi, Tracy Koa, and a handful of other leaders, Dustin, Jason Sampson, etc., were able to put a meetup together that cost them some money. They actually brought in food sponsors, they brought in a bunch of people, they got a security guard, they had all of these things, and 300 people showed up to this Hawaii meetup. Only 275 people RSVP'd, 25 more people than who RSVP'd actually showed up, which is normally the opposite. What normally will happen is you'll get 275 RSVPs, 200 people show up, something along those lines. We had more people show up in Hawaii than RSVP'd. So please do us a favor. It helps out with the food. It helps out with the vendors. CreativeNationTour.com. Go in there and RSVP. It helps us out. RSVP for your wife, your spouse, your kids, your friends, any guests you have coming. Please make sure we have a good head count so we can order and bring in enough food. Okay? Here's what happened at the meetup in Hawaii. And this is what I want you guys to expect in your local area. Depending on the size of the meetups, we still have 108 cities to go. Alaska is tonight. Again, CreativeNationTour.com. Depending on the size of the meetup, South Dakota is going to have, 30 people there, right? It's a very, very small city, and we have a leader there, Chris Neer. He'll run the meetup, but we'll have 30 people there. Do you expect that I'll run the meetup the same way with 30 people as I will in Chicago that will have 600 people? Yes or no? Will I run those meetups the exact same way? The answer is there's no possible way I can, right? It's going to be a completely different energy, a completely different vibe. So in Hawaii and in every single city, my number one goal is that me personally, I will do a deal with somebody who has never done a deal at these meetups, okay? Now, the second goal is that everybody in that room has the opportunity and the possibility of touching a deal or a transaction. I will not stop at one. I will go out and try and do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deals in the same exact city. And I'm going to tell you guys about those deals and kind of what happened in Hawaii so you have a good expectation of what's going to happen in your city. So of course, we open up, we take photos. People, want to do all of that stuff. We did a big group photo so that we can remember this. I highlighted the Owners Club members and I highlighted the regional leaders, Courtney Taguchi and Tracy Koa. I highlighted them. They did such an incredible job for this meetup. And then we jumped right into it. I want you guys to understand, I am not coming to your city to educate. I'm not coming to give you more information. That's not what you actually need. What you need is to find one of 5 people, if not all 5 people. You need to find somebody who's wholesaling in your city. Okay, somebody in the SubTo community that's doing a decent amount of wholesale deals, 3 to 5 deals a month. You want to find a buyer who is buying and fixing and flipping. You want to find a buyer who is holding. You want to find a buyer who is building, right? So they'll buy vacant lots. And then you want to find people that have access to capital. That was the goal. And so I broke that down. I educated everybody. Everybody had different colored lanyards to identify who they were. So it made it incredibly easy to bounce around and go, okay, I'm going to talk to everybody that has a blue lanyard because those people are buyers and they're actually doing deals. Okay. So you walk in, you're going to register and you're going to tell people either A, what you are doing or B, what you're trying to do. Now we did that. And then, what's cool about the SubTo community is our success rate is so absolutely crazy high that when I say how many people have not done deals in Hawaii, about 8%, 10% of people, so about 25 out of the 300 people in that room had not done a deal. That's it. Out of those 25 people, there were about 12 non-SubTo members, and I'm inviting everybody. It does not matter who you are invited to come to these meetups, okay? Gator, Top Tier TC, SubTo, anybody, I don't care. Invite your friends, invite your grandma, what have you. Out of those 25 people that raised their hand, I selected one of our leaders, Jason, and I said, Jason, will you choose one of these new people to partner with me? And I'm going to create a competition to see who can find a deal, get a deal done faster than I can in this room. All the other leaders went and found the other 25 people that had never done a deal. So I want you to understand this. If you have not done a deal, I'm going to do the same thing in your city. The leaders, the people that are doing active deals, I'm going to pair them up with you. And what you're going to do is you're going to go around the room and look for a way to insert yourself in a deal, buy a deal, sell a deal, bring money to the table, be a connector, one of those things. And one of the leaders will guide you through and network with you. Does this sound like something you guys want to do? Or are you like, oh my gosh, I thought we were going to cold call. I thought we were going to like bang the phones and do all of that. There are some cities we will absolutely do that in. Chicago will probably be a city that we actually do a lot of calls on top of networking because we have so many people there. I actually have Jerry Norton is going to be flying in for the Chicago meetup. So that will be really, really cool. I think Chicago will end up having 600 or maybe 700 people show up to that meetup is what I'm thinking will happen. Okay. So what happened is Jason, who's been a leader in our community for over 3 years. In fact, he met his wife, Jamie, also in this community. They met, they got married, they lived in LA, they now live in Hawaii. He chose a brand new person that is not part of our community, which is what I'm wanting. I want to show that we are a community of helping people out. And we want to also show that we are literally nationwide. We are everywhere. So Jason picked a guy named Jensen. So Jensen and I paired up. I then addressed the crowd and told everybody, hey guys, this is what we're going to be doing. Find the leaders. If you're new, find the leaders, and those leaders are going to guide you through the room and they're going to find deals and opportunities. And so that's what happened. This is how many deals I was a part of is 8. I'm a part of 8 deals. So of course, Jensen, I said, Jensen, you and I first, we're going to time how fast we can get involved in a deal. He's like, but I don't know what I'm doing. I go, I know. That's why we're here. Instead of me teaching you, let me teach you more stuff. Let me give you more information. Let's just get you taking action. And so what I did is I sat next to, I walked with him. We broke up, 300 people in the room. Do we all agree this is what we need? We do not need more information. We need to take action. And we want our leaders in our community to actually be by our side. That is what we're going to be doing in these cities. Okay. No more, oh my gosh, I've never taken action. We're done with that. That whole entire meetup series is all about. So again, if you have not registered, creativenationtour.com. If you don't come and then I have to run into a McDonald's the next day and you go, what are you doing in Hawaii? And I say, dude, we have a 300 person meetup last night where 50 people got a deal. What are you talking about? I didn't know it existed. 109 cities in 122 days. After this tour, I will have zero empathy, zero sympathy for people that have not touched or been involved in a transaction. Do we all agree with that? 630 people on live Zoom right now. Good morning, everybody. Yes, I'm in Hawaii. I'm in Alaska. We landed at 6 a.m. I took a red-eye flight. I'm nonstop, got right into the hotel, jumped on the jam session with you guys. And we are also simultaneously streaming on YouTube live so I can highlight Cassandra today. It's 10:30 a.m. and we are October 27th. So tonight is Alaska, okay? Tonight is Alaska. CreativeNationTour.com. Go in there, RSVP for your city. Why is that important to RSVP for your city? We need to know. How many vendors do we need to have? What size of a room do we need? All of those types of things. How many leaders and how many teams are we going to build, etc. CreativeNationTour.com. If you ask for a link, you're just really lazy. CreativeNationTour.com. Okay. So Jensen and I break off. I go directly up to one of our leaders and I said, what are you doing? What do you need? He goes, well, I'm building a lot of properties. I'm buying a lot of land. I go, great. Do you need money? He goes, no, I actually don't. Like, I came here today to find more land. I go, perfect. I don't have any land, but I'll see if I can find some for you. I'll talk to you later. And I move on to the next person. And Jensen looks at me like, really? You're just going to move on? I'm like, yeah, I now know everything I need to know about this guy. I know what he's doing. I know what he wants. And I know I don't have it, which means I need to go and find the person that does have it. And that's it. Okay, that's it. By the way, if you guys ask for what's the location, what's the time, what date is the spot, go here. I'll show you guys very simple how to do this. Okay, you guys are overthinking and you should be taking action. Okay, watch this. Go to CreativeNationTour.com. If you go to CreativeNationTour.com and you scroll down, you're going to see this little button right here says see all locations. You also could just do the cheat code and go creativenationtour.com/locations. That's a way better link, okay? What's going to happen is these are all in alphabetical order. Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, these are the states. And as you can see, California has 5 locations, 5 meetups in California, 2 in Colorado, 1 in Connecticut. And it's going to say locations TBD. Why is that? Well, because it's not for 2 months and we're still working on the venue. If you RSVP and you actually click the button and you answer these questions, okay, you will be able to get updates on the locations that we are going to. You will get an email. You will get an update, okay? We will be in Miami. Do not worry. We're condensing it with two cities are going to be condensed together, okay? So RSVP, it will give you the dates, the times, the locations, all of those things as they get updated. Can I get a yes in the side comments that we do not need to ask? Please, Pace, tell me the location. Please, Pace, tell me the date. Please, no, it's right there. creativenationtour.com/locations, and the locations will be updated as the size of the meetups get larger. Originally in Hawaii 3 weeks ago, we had 35 RSVPs. We had 1 location. Then all of a sudden we went to 275 RSVPs. We had to change locations. Can we all agree that that might possibly happen? Is that you probably should RSVP as this meetup grows, we need a new venue. And that venue might change, and you should probably favorite our email system so that it comes through. So you don't say this whole thing of, I didn't know, nobody told me. No. You didn't RSVP and you didn't pay attention to your emails because you have so many Bath and Body Work emails that you should have unsubscribed to in 2007, but you haven't taken those 14 seconds to unsubscribe from Victoria's Secret and Big Lots and Home Depot and Lowe's and all of these other places. Your email is so ransacked you can't even pay attention to emails. Okay. How many people feel attacked because I'm right? Okay. Christina says, yeah, they were waiting for the sale. All right. So I get off the stage with Jensen. I go talk to the first person, big leader in SubTo. Do I have his solution? No. But do I know his problem? And I ask him, I go, if I bring you a lot, how big do your lot need to be? And he goes, I need 6,000 square feet lots on the Big Island. Cool. If I find one for you, are you buying now or are you on a pause? He goes, I'm buying now. Perfect. How much time do I need to spend with that SubTo leader in that local area? How much time do I need to spend with them? 30 minutes talking about kids and their favorite food? Or do I immediately move on? 30 seconds. Okay. Jensen, who's brand new, was blown away. He's like, wait, we're supposed to network. I already did. I got exactly what I need. I'm not useful to him unless I go find what he can make money on. I need to be useful. That's all I'm trying to do at this meetup. I then move to the next person, okay? The next person I run into, his name is Blaze. I actually have never met Blaze. He's in SubTo and he's building 20 houses a year. I've never met him before. Blaze, what are you working on? He goes, well, I'm building houses, affordable houses on the Big Island, and I've got 5 projects right now. Cool, what do you need? He goes, I need capital for 2 of those projects. Cool, Blaze. Me and Jensen, if I can find the money for you tonight, will you pay me 12% interest plus 10 or 20% profit on the deal? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. So now what did I just do? I made it so I don't have to bring the money to Blaze. I can go find somebody else that has the money, they get paid 12%, and I get 10 or 20% of Blaze's deal. And Jensen, the brand new person, is watching this happen. He's like, I didn't know I could do this. I thought I had to cold call, door knock. I thought I had to do it. I'm like, I mean, you can. Do you have time to do that? Do you have the skills to do that? No. Okay, well then you just got your first deal. Really? And I go, yeah. So Blaze, how many deals do you have that we can fund this week? And he goes, I think I have 3 right now, 2 for sure. I have 2 that I already own the land. I just need money for the construction. So what do? I connect Blaze with somebody who has money, put them together. They're already talking and getting their stuff done. And then me and Jensen will split 20% of the profits of Blaze's deal. That's the first deal that was done on the Creative Nation tour. That was the first deal. I then go, Jensen, you now know what to do. Can I release you? And I'm going to go find another new person I've never met before, and I'm going to help them get a deal. And he's like, oh my gosh, dude, yes, this is so crazy. So Jensen goes over and starts doing his own thing. He starts networking. I then go talk to a girl named Sheila, who I've never met before. And I do the same thing with Sheila. I grab Sheila, I move over to the builders and the buyers, and I go, what are you looking for? What can I find for you? And I end up doing that whole night, all these deals right here, I have 8 deals. This just kept cascading and going on and on and on. I was literally expecting me to do 3 deals. I'm involved in 8. I'm buying an RV park, 155 pads. I'm getting involved in a self-storage facility, getting 30% ownership in the self-storage facility. I brought money to a couple of projects. I brought a buyer to a sub-2 deal, and I brought a sub-2 deal to, sorry, I did that 3 times. So there was 3 wholesalers in Hawaii that were all assigning and doing a ton of wholesaling, and I just found the buyers for them. Let's see, what's her name? She's newer, so I didn't know her. Let's see, Bailey. Oh, Bailey. So Bailey, new sub-2 member. I just met her. She bought a sub-2 deal from a sub-2 wholesaler in that room. And I'm part of all those deals. And I was just sitting there making those things happen. Now, that's at a meetup with 300 people. 80% of those people that meet up are all doing deals and active in the community. The other, 30, 40, 50 people are like, I don't know what to do. And so I had to create an energy that got people active and collaborating with each other, etc. Okay. Does this feel like the meetup that you guys want? Is that the expectation that you guys are looking for? Give me a yes, that's what we're looking for. 640 people on Zoom. I don't even know if people are on YouTube watching this or not, but I want to highlight Cassandra today. Okay, so give me a yes if you have RSVP'd for the tour. I had a guy last night when we were in Hawaii, we left, and he goes, Pace, I'm a commercial broker from CBRE. I'm here on vacation, and I literally came here because I wanted to record you pitching something from stage and put it on my social media to prove that you were here pitching and trying to sell stuff. And you're leaving, bro. You're leaving. I go, yeah. And he goes, you didn't pitch anything. I go, I know. I told you guys I'm not pitching anything. Nothing. I'm literally here to, number one, highlight members in the community, the regional leaders, the people that are helping hold our community together, the people that are standing up and doing these meetups for years. I'm highlighting them. Number 2, I am literally here to help a handful of people get a deal every single city I go to, and then show you guys how I would network in every single local area. It is insanely cool to watch this happen. Now, I left at 8 o'clock. I got there at 5. I left at 8. So I was there for 3 hours. And then I saw Tracy Koa the next day and Courtney Taguchi, and I said, how long did everybody stay? And he goes, dude, we had to kick them out at like 10:30. The venue shut down at 10. We couldn't get people out. They were networking all night long. Deals after deals after deals were being done, relationships, people going, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I came here. Every single person in here, make sure you have signed up for creativenationtour.com. Okay, go to your locations, pick your spot. I don't care how many you go to. There were kids, there were babies, there were spouses, there were kids that didn't want to be there, there were kids that did want to be there. I do not care. Okay? Awesome. Who will go to the most? Me, Birdie. I will go to the most. Okay? What's the best way to be prepared for the event? Have a list of deals. Sonia says, have a list of deals. I think so, Sonia. I know you've got access to a lot of deals and you're working stuff. I would come with, for you, you're a little bit more advanced than obviously a newbie. So what I would do is I'd write down the 5 or 6 things that you can help other people with. And I would write down 2 or 3 things you're looking for: deals, private capital, what have you. What was really fun is I helped 3 transaction coordinators get their first deal. And more importantly, for my transaction coordinators that are really bad at marketing themselves, who's a transaction coordinator here that's also very bad at marketing themselves? Say me. Guilty. Okay, all you transaction coordinators. Let me show you something really cool. So this woman, her name is Serena. She is a top tier TC, paraplegic single mom of 4 from the Big Island in Hawaii, has already done 5 transaction coordination transactions. She's got a client in SubTo that is doing all Texas deals, and so she's their full-time TC. She says, Pace, I want you to help me find a couple of TCs tonight that I can let shadow me so they can get their first TC file, and I will walk them through their first deal. Do you guys, yeah, Courtney Taguchi says Serena is a badass. She was really cool, man. Really, really cool. Where are my TCs that are like, I need my first deal? If you TCs come out, you come to me right when you're registering, come give me a hug, take a photo with me and say, I'm a TC, help me get a file. I will help you get your first file at these meetups. Okay. Cool. 650 people. Happy Monday morning, guys. Alaska, I can't even believe we're doing this. It is the most bonkers thing ever. I still have sand on my feet. I'm not kidding. I still have sand on my feet. I'm here in Alaska. It's like negative 14 freaking degrees, and I'm getting ready to go and do a meetup tonight with Cassandra Johnson. She's been in SubTo for a really, really long time, and she's doing boarding houses. And so I can't wait to highlight her. Let's jump into that. Let's chat about a couple of things with her. Now, every city I'm going to, I'm also filming YouTube videos, and we're creating a creative finance book that we can give to the world. I want to highlight every single regional leader, owners club member that have been in the community for a while. So yesterday I was able to highlight Jason Sampson and Tracy Koa on a deal that they have the furthest west seller finance deal in the country. It's on the ocean in Hawaii. It's on the furthest west side of Hawaii. I was able to highlight their deal. I was able to highlight a crazy deal with Courtney Taguchi yesterday. And I can't wait for those to go out and hit the YouTube channel as well and just highlighting them. This week, today, tomorrow, I will be in Alaska. It's hard to get in and hard to get out of Alaska, so that's why I'm here for 2 days. No other city will I be here for 2 days besides Hawaii and here, okay? I'm going to be highlighting Cassandra Johnson. I'm going to be highlighting Max and Carly Romer here in this beautiful town. And I want you guys to, I'm going to play a little video. I don't think Bill was planning on me playing this video, but I want to play a video. He sent me a text. Bill's one of our leaders here in Texas. And I want to play a quick little video he sent me this morning just saying, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. And I want everybody to give him, Bill and Kimberly Fisher, some love. Send them a private message on Instagram or just text them if you guys are friends with them already.
Hey, Pace. So bummed that we're not going to be able to be there tonight, but we wanted to say thank you because right now we're in Rome, Italy. I don't know that it's directly because of you, but I want to tell you that our lives have changed because of you, because of the community, because of the leaders that step up and teach, and because of just this whole thing in SubTo and Owners Club. And it's really made us better leaders. It's poured into our businesses. It's poured into every part of our lives, and just us being leaders ourselves. And we're so grateful because we know that we're headed in some really cool places, and it started when we met you, and it's not going to be the end of it. I know that for sure, and I'm excited that one day we're going to be next to you on a stage doing our thing, and it may not be real estate, but we're going to be doing our thing for sure, and we're so grateful for you. We just want to let you know that.
Absolutely. And honestly, we're changing the world, aren't we? We're going to make one life better, and that's going to make everyone else's lives better.
So these are amazing leaders in Alaska, and sadly, they're in Rome, Italy. I planned this 5 months ago, and they already had an anniversary planned over in Rome, Italy. So we'll miss Bill and Kimberly Fisher here in Alaska, but I've got one of my favorite people in Alaska that I get to highlight today, and that's Cassandra Johnson. So let me bring her up here real fast, and I want to talk about some of the boarding houses that she's doing. We're going to be filming about these in person tomorrow, I believe, and then we've got the meetup tonight. Okay. How many people signed up for the tour today? Give me a me that you signed up today. Today was the day you finally were like, oh, wow, you're actually going on tour. Today's the day that you're really doing this. Like you said you were going to do it, but you're really out on the road. Holy moly. Cool. A lot of people, about 25 people right here in the Zoom. Okay. Jeremy says, I want to, but I'll be out of town. Cool. Come to a different city. Don't let that be a deterrent. Come out to one of these meetups. This is going to be historic. I promise you. It'll be one of those things where people ask me about in 10 years from now, they go, remember that one time you were a complete lunatic and you went out on the road for 122 days, you dropped everything you were working on and went out and just made sure other people were getting deals. CreativeNationTour.com. Go to locations, guys, and make sure you guys RSVP for your city. Okay, Cassandra Johnson, what up, homie? How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. We're gonna you and I are gonna go and look at one of your boarding houses, correct?
Yes, we are. We're going to do that tomorrow, I believe. So that
Okay,
should be fun.
tell me what the heck a boarding house is for people that don't know.
Yeah, so it's basically co-living, but with all of the licensing. So it's zoned commercial use, even though it's a residential zoning, and it has a permit and a license to house multiple people in
Okay,
this
cool.
so single family.
Okay, so Cassandra, when did you join SubTo?
I joined in August of 2021.
Oh my gosh, a little over 4 freaking years ago.
It's so crazy. It feels like yesterday.
I
It's
remember
4 years.
one of the Zooms you and I were on probably 3, 4 years ago. You driving up the mountain with mattresses in the back of your truck or something on a Zoom.
Yes, yeah. Actually, it was one of the first deals that I wholesaled like by myself, like without working with a team. And it was I was selling it to one of our flippers, and you called me on Instagram. I'm like, this is a joke. Like somebody's spamming me, right? So I answer and you're like, yo, why aren't you answering me? I was like, bro, I'm on a mountain. Like I'm up the mountain trying to get this mattress for my Airbnb. And you're like, that's so Alaska.
It's so Alaska, dude. You're like, I got this mattress. I'm driving up a mountain right now to get it to my. I'm like, bro, holy weird.
Yeah, you ended up funding that deal for the flipper. And I think they made a nice fat check at the end of it.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. I was like, how can I help? And I funded your fix and flipper. Oh my gosh, I
You
forgot about
did.
that.
You did. It's pretty awesome. This community is so rad
The
how
only thing
everything
I
gets
remembered
done.
was you driving up the mountain. I did not remember I funded the deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun one. It was a fun one. That was in Indianapolis too, and I'm in Alaska.
Freaking amazing. So guys, Cassandra Johnson, she's been in SubTo for over 4 years. If you guys don't know her, you need to get to know her. Her phone number is right here on her screen. Send her a text message. She's the one that's coordinating tonight for the Alaska meetup. So by the way, give all of our leaders a lot of love. Here's what's happening. I have a team coming with me, right? Payroll, hotels, flights, fuel, all of the things that you can imagine. And our total cost on our side is probably going to be close to $1 million. So far, the estimate we have is like $960,000 for all of our cost. The
Oof.
regional leaders and all the leaders, they're finding their own sponsors for the venues. They're finding free venues. Some of them are even coming out of pocket to make sure this happens. Obviously, for them, they look at it and they go, well, I'm going to be able to do deals with people in person and everybody's going to know who I am in this town. Make sure you give them love. They've spent months planning this. They have stressed out about it. They've woken up in the middle of the night going, okay, Pace is coming to town, which means we're going to have a pretty decent sized meetup. And I want people to know that I'm the person they can do deals with, bring money to. They can sell deals to me. They can buy deals from me. I want them to know who I am. And so they've taken upon themselves as a leader to make sure that these venues are put together. So give them love. Take the time. Whoever it is that is your regional leader at these locations, walk up to them, grab them on the arm, and just say, dude, thank you for creating this space for me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Because do we all agree that we want to get off Zoom, off YouTube, off courses as much as we possibly can over the next couple of months as we build momentum going into the new year? Do we all agree with that? Look, our community is so cool. We have 39 Zooms this week, guys. SubTo has 39 Zooms this week. We got the training. We got the access. We have the live stuff. We can network in the side chat. 650 people are here to network in the side chat right now. But I want you guys to get out of those areas and get in these spaces because real deals will happen. You'll find the person that will answer the question. I will tell you honestly, the biggest problem that everybody's going to have is always going to be mindset. And here's what I mean by that. I could give you all the information in the world. In fact, you have access to every single answer you could imagine on ChatGPT. So we already know information is not really going to change your life. It's who you are going to work with to implement that information, to alleviate the stress, the fear, and all of that kind of stuff. Meaning, when I first started in the business, the way that I got so much traction is I would make calls next to somebody else and we would jam and hang out with each other. That catapulted my business. Still to this day, as I raise money in a group of other people. If I'm doing deals, I collaborate with other people. It makes it fun for me. It holds me accountable. I have social pressure that somebody else is relying on me, and it gets me out of this I can hide from my responsibility mindset of like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. You know what? After Thanksgiving. You know what? Halloween's this Friday. I'm How many people are guilty of doing that over and over and over and over and again in your life where you blame, not blame, but you basically put off your dreams, your hopes, your wishes because you can. And there's nobody holding you accountable. These meetups will get you out of the courses, get you out of the Zooms, get you out of your comfort zone and into a new comfort zone because it's not uncomfortable making friends that are already doing deals and making money. Okay. So Cassandra, why boarding houses, dude? Like why, this is truly me. I don't know.
Mhm.
Why would I do a boarding house versus a pad split or a co-living property? Like why would I go the license route?
Before I answer that question, I just want to add on to what you said. Literally, all of the deals that I hold today that are bringing me passive income, I didn't source those deals. Those deals were brought to me through networking and telling people and like just bringing value and going to meetups, holding meetups. So, just of course, somebody's calling me right now. Um, so, literally, that's so freaking true that getting out of the Zooms and going and shaking hands. I mean, in Alaska, you guys, there's like no excuse. We have 12 people that live here. So that's just so true. And I just wanted to bring that back
Do
because
you know
I
how
didn't
many
source
people we
any
have
of those.
RSVP'd for Alaska? I'm sure it's not 300.
The last we checked, it was like 47.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. I think in our SubTo group, I think we have 49, which is hilarious because we're the 49th state. Uh, when I joined in 2021, it was just me and one other person. So that's kind of legit. I mean,
Dude, that's pretty freaking good.
it's 30% of our population. So
I used to think that. Then I came to Anchorage last summer and we
uh-huh.
hung out and we did stuff together. I was like, dude, this city and this state is so freaking cool. I can see why people live here.
It's
For
rad.
40, I'm gonna text my team and see how many RSVPs we have for tonight. I feel like 49 people in Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, is like 300 people in Hawaii. Like
Heard. But you know
that's a
what?
big turnout, right?
Yeah. Well, I think we had a little bit more the last time you came up, Pace, to be honest with you. Because we
Oh,
we
because
have a
I
lot
brought
of
up we did the fishing trip.
yeah, and well that and we have a lot of people that are involved in real estate outside of SubTo. So of course we try to bring them in and help them, see the way. So we did have a decent turnout the last time you were here. I think we had about 80 people. But I just want to mention this now that we have the platform. If you're in Alaska and I don't know you, please reach out because as leaders we and privacy and all that stuff we don't like automatically know that you joined SubTo. So please, 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 if you're in any of the communities, reach out to your leaders, to me, Bill, Kimberly. Like we want to know you and we want to help get you pointed in the right direction.
Mm, love it. Okay, cool. So for
So
those of you
back to
guys,
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
for those of you guys that are getting into co-living, I look at this and I'm like, wait, Cassandra, you're making me feel like I should go get licensed to do co-living. Like, what the heck are you doing different? And am I doing it all wrong?
All right. So you know what? I bought this house in 2023, January 2023. I was negotiating the deal since July of 2022. So honestly, I didn't even know what pad split was at the time. And honestly, I didn't even know what the heck a boarding house was at the time. The deal was brought to me from one of our students. She was actually putting somebody up in the boarding house as a condition of buying his house at a pre-foreclosure. The person who ran it at the time was a criminal, and he literally took her money to house this gentleman, and then he was like, "Yeah, I don't have a room for you." So she had to sue him, and that's how we ended up finding who the real owner was. And he's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know any of this was happening. And he was just like, the agony. So we're like, why don't we buy it from you? It seems like
Mm,
this is really stressful. And that's what ended up happening. We were negotiating. I mean, this property, it had no financials. There was a lot of deferred maintenance to it. And of course, myself and my partner, Kim, we had no idea what the heck we were doing with a boarding house. When she first brought it to me, I was like, bro, I don't want a trap house. Like, that's what it sounded like. You're telling me that, like, 12 bedrooms, people rent it by the week. Like, what the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with that. She's like, dude, just come check it out. And I was like, all right, cool. What I found when I went there were adults that were just in transition. They just needed a place to stay that was a low barrier to entry, where they had a safe place that was furnished and flexible, while they either got back on their feet or, we have a lot of transitional labor in the state. And I was like, all right, cool. I can get behind serving the community in this way. Um, so we were negotiating a seller finance deal on the property, and the guy was playing hardball with me. He's like, I have a broker bringing me a cash deal tomorrow. I was like, super, take it. Cause I can't offer you cash, bro. I can't offer you cash. And he's like, well, I'm just curious. What would you offer me? Pace, I still really didn't know what the hell I was doing. Um, I just took like the tax assessed value and I multiplied it by 40%. And that's what I offered him.
Nice.
And he's like, I can't take that. I was like, duh, that's why I didn't offer it to you. He called me 2 days later and was like, how quickly can you close?
Wow.
And then we raised money from somebody in the community, the entire purchase price.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you at all, man. It was
Did
so
you
cool.
did you end up partnering with them, or were they just your PML?
They were our PML. So we actually had a pre-approval from a hard money lender to do the refinance. So we brought the PML in for 6 months. Um, and actually, this was one of their first deals too. So we made sure to structure our note with them to be beneficial to them if for some reason we couldn't perform. One, I knew that if worse came to worse, I could make the payments. Two, they kind of didn't really know what they're doing. So I don't know if anybody's familiar, I'm sure a lot of you are, with an escalation clause. We said, hey, look, if we don't pay you back in 6 months, which by the way, we were making interest only payments the whole time of 12%, we'll bump you up to 14%. So guess when we refinance them?
5 months and 29 days.
18 months.
Oh my gosh.
Because you know what? Boarding houses and pad splits are freaking hard to refinance. And I think a lot of us know that who are in the biz, right?
Especially a couple of years ago, dude. Like, by the way, how many people already know Cassandra? I saw Kyle Cargus in the side chat, one of my really good friends in Owners Club. He says, I've really gotten to know Cassandra Johnson. She's a freaking cool cat. You guys should get to know her. She's been in SubTo for 4 years. You think she knows a thing or two? She's been around helping a lot of people. Dude, 2, 3 years ago, getting financing for this kind of stuff was nearly impossible. It's getting better and better now, but it's not great. It's still, I would say it's mediocre at best. But 2 years ago is like nearly impossible. So what you did was you promised the lender, hey, if we can't pay you back in 6 months, we'll take your 12% to 14%. So it benefits you if we don't pay you back on time. Guys, this is the kind of borrower that you want to go after. Obviously, vet the deal, take care of yourself, protect yourself, don't be a weirdo. But you go to a borrower that understands, hey, your money's important. Let me elevate your percentage a little bit. If I can't hit the guideline, I'll give you a little bit of the extra cream off the top, if that makes sense. So you guys end up refinancing after 18 months. How many people are in this property?
You mean as far as who lives there?
Yeah,
Or
like
how
how
many
many
people are a
tenants you
part of the
have?
deal? So it's a 12 bedroom, and we have 5 of those rooms can be double occupancy.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you at all. This is a freaking cash cow, dude, but it's so hard to get financed. I actually eventually had to go with a local bank. They gave me terrible terms, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the property cash flows so well, like
Okay, so
I
these
could pay out
12
the
tenants, you have
back.
12 tenants in here. Is it 12 bedrooms with extra tenants, or is it 12 total tenants?
It's 12 bedrooms, and 7 of those rooms can allow for a double occupancy.
And do you take in double occupants?
We do. We do. And, sometimes that's an okay thing, and sometimes it's not an okay thing. Couples, especially, can be a little bit difficult. We've learned a lot of lessons over these last 2 years. We've definitely gone through it with the biggest thing is finding your in-house manager. That is the number
Mm.
one biggest thing. Putting together the SOPs for them, creating the culture for the home is so, and it doesn't matter whether you're using Pad Split or not, guys. That's just a marketing platform. Like, you can't just be like, cool, I have 20 rooms. Like, let's go make some dough. Sure. I have a lot more gray hair as well. I mean, I'm hopefully not going to go bald like Pace, but it it's been a it's been a learning experience for sure. And finding your house manager and having a contingency when that house manager is ready to move on is like the number one most important thing in transitional co-living.
I just had this weird thought. Okay, so Nancy Heckle, who's one of my friends, she's in Utah. She's a fellow Mormon. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. You beautiful lady. Tell your husband we love him too. I don't know if he's there or not. Um, think about all these people in our community that are doing so many cool things. By the way, Cassandra, I know how many people have RSVP'd to Alaska. Can I tell you the number?
Tell me.
110 people have RSVP'd for Alaska tonight.
Oh, shut the front door. You kidding me?
Nope. I just got my team just gave me the number
Ooh.
110. It might be the largest Alaska meetup that's ever been done.
I might have to go to both Costco's because bless the Fishers, I love them so much. They're allowing us to use their space, but they're not open on Mondays. So I was just gonna go bring some sandwiches and stuff, dog.
No, if you don't, I wouldn't overdo it. I would not do. What were you planning on doing? Bringing food and drinks?
Yeah, people need food. I mean, it's that time. Or they're gonna have to go, like, they're gonna go knock over a moose in the middle of the road and drag it in.
You know what? You're not wrong. You could drive around Anchorage and run into a moose. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. Does anybody in here feel a little bit of FOMO when you hear Cassandra Johnson or other leaders in here doing deals? You get a little bit of FOMO, like, man, I wish I was learning those lessons. I wish I had a 12-unit deal. Give me a me if you have FOMO, like massive feeling of missing out. Cool. So I see Nancy Heckle. I love her. She's in Utah, and it made me think about how I felt. And I want to kind of just highlight something to you guys. I felt when I moved into Provo, Utah, my parents tore me out of my junior year of high school, Mesa, Arizona, and they moved me my junior summer, meaning going into senior year, to a brand new school, brand new friends for my senior year. Woe is me, first world problems. I get it. But I moved to this new town. In Utah, they have this really weird thing. It doesn't happen as much now that cell phones are a thing, but they have a state street or like a main drag in every single town in Utah. It's a thing. It's not like this in other parts of the country entirely. And as I drove through into this town, I was moving into the town and I was with my parents and all my family members. I look over at all the gas stations and all of the teenagers hung out at gas stations. Nancy, do you remember doing this when you were younger? How many people used to hang out at gas stations with your friends? In Utah, this was a big thing back in the day. And I'm talking like 100 kids, all the good looking dudes, the football guys, the baseball guys, all the cute girls, they would all hang out at a gas station called Hearts on State Street, okay? And although I moved into the town and I had proximity to those people, I wasn't really part of the clique. And there's probably people that are in the SubTo community that feel that way. Although you're in the SubTo community, you haven't penetrated and made sure you are part of that cool clique at Hart's gas station. Anybody feel like that's where you're at right now? Okay. If that's where you're at right now, let me tell you how to solve that problem. Number one, get to the meetup. Number two, meet the regional leaders because they've been in the community for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And number three, I would find 15 people in that meetup, obviously, that are in the community and ask them what they need. Don't say, here's who I am and this is what I need. Go, what do you need? How can I find it? What do you need? How can I find it? What do you need? How can I find it? And I promise you, you will walk out of that meetup going, my whole life just changed in 45 minutes. And I literally just did what Pace told me to do. So what happened to me in high school is one day, I took it upon myself to drive down to Hearts when all the kids are down there, and I just stood there. And then I started talking to people. I just started talking to people. I had a little, Coke, a little cherry Coke or cherry Pepsi. And I just stood there And I was like, well, I'm here. I'm just going to see if I can fit into this group. And all of a sudden, they adopted me. I became friends with people. I asked questions. I wasn't telling about myself. I wasn't trying to be interesting. I was trying to be interested. I was finding out what they were into. What are they doing? And next thing you know, they're like, oh, hey, dude, hey, Pace, come over here and meet this person. Da, 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 da. And all of a sudden, I became one of those cool kids. Guys, you're in the town, right? You're in the community. Make sure you get to the meetup, which is the gas station where all the cool kids are hanging out. Okay. Cassandra says being new is the biggest superpower. That is 100% correct. Okay. Somebody says Pace did it for the ladies. Is that right? Is that what? Yeah, 100%, Ju Yoon. Good to see you, brother. I just had Korean food with Ju Yoon. This is what's my life is so good. I get to hang out with Ju Yoon, who lives in Massachusetts. I had Korean food with him in Scottsdale. I get to see Nancy Heckle the other day, who's from Utah. I get to hang out with Cassandra Johnson tonight, who's been in SubTo for 4 years, has all the stress and learning lessons that I get to hear about on her boarding house. By the way, I think people got to hear, like, what are you taking home on this? Are you taking home like $500 a month? What are you taking home?
Yeah, 3,400. I know, honestly, Pace, you should have probably just funded me in first position and been my partner on this.
Holy crap. You guys are netting $3,400 a month?
Yeah. Well, I am. I'm actually now the sole. I mean, I have a mortgage on it still, but I'm the only one who remains on that LLC.
Wow, dude. One property is netting you $3,400 a month. That's so dope.
Hmm.
Are these primarily weekly rates or monthly rates? What are they?
Yeah, they're weekly rates, and I would say that some of them do stay that short. Usually like they're hitch workers that are coming in and out of like fishing, oil fields, but most people end up staying with us over 30 days.
Interesting. And so how are people finding you? Like, what are they Googling? What are they looking up? Like, they're not looking up boarding house. Like, how are they finding you?
You want to know what's so funny is I've been fighting with Google forever to claim my listing, and I instead of like rebranding the whole thing, I still don't have it from the prior owner. Um, it's really word of mouth. I mean, because this property has been around for a while, just it's been run like terribly until we took it over. So word of mouth and Facebook Marketplace.
Dude, like, I'm 24 years old. I had just lost my brother, lost my marriage, lost everything. And I remember telling myself that if I could just get to $5,000 a month passively,
Mhm.
I'd never worry about money ever again.
Right.
Like, I would have anxiety the rest of my life, that's for sure, because anxiety, I think, comes from, and I know, Cassandra, like, no matter how well you do, you will probably always have anxiety in your life, because I feel like anxiety is the gap between where you are and what your capabilities are, is the feeling you have between those gaps. That's anxiety of like, I know I'm meant for more. I'm not doing enough. I know I have capabilities. I know I'm capable of more. I know I was put here for more. And when you're not achieving those things, you create anxiety in your life. I have it. It's going to be an eternal curse that I have. I'm sure you have the same thing. But having $3,400 a month come in every month, like a freaking ATM, it sure allows you to make a lot better decisions in your life of like, I don't need this deal. I don't need this relationship. I don't need to go do this thing. I can kind of pick and choose what I want to do. Of course, you'd like to be at $300,000 a month,
Right.
but $3,400 a month, like passively to a certain, I know you got work to do and you have some management and whatnot. That's kind of life-changing money. Wouldn't you agree?
I totally agree. Yeah, and it's so good to be able to operate from a place that isn't of like desperation. That allows you to make much better decisions, for sure.
It's interesting. I was talking to Tracy Koa and Courtney Taguchi the other day, and we're in Hawaii. And I go, honestly, I don't think most people really want to be me with like thousands of rentals and a big old team. I think people really just want the freedom to be able to do whatever the heck they want to do.
Yeah, you're crazy. And I
Yeah.
love that about you. You're absolutely crazy. And I think about that sometimes too. I'm like that fire in the belly that you're talking about, because it's like, man, it would be so much easier just to go work for somebody and not have to worry about all this stuff. But that fire in your belly that won't let you do it. I mean, you got a bonfire, bro. You got like a 75 tires burning in your belly.
100%, dude. Freaking moose carcasses and everything just
The whole
flaming
shit.
away.
Like we might need to put you Revenant style today. I don't know. Go find you some a bear to put on.
You
Yeah,
know,
no,
I
it's really there. In serving though, that's the biggest thing is like all the money in the world really doesn't mean anything for me personally unless it's serving the community, you know? So that's kind of why I chose this route is because I want to be able to serve vulnerable demographics, you know? It comes with a lot of headache for sure. I mean, you got to get your right management in place, but that's what really like
do you feel like
that's what gives me the return.
your manager probably has to have a lot of patience and a lot of empathy because she's dealing with, or he's dealing with, probably mostly a woman is going to be better at this job than a man, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Is because you've got to love on people that are less fortunate, essentially, and you've got to have the patience of the mindset that comes along with that.
Mhm.
That's not an easy job to do.
It's not. I actually have two layers of management. I have my in-house manager, and then I have my leasing manager, who's kind of like the judge, right? Jury and executioner. And there's the way we want things to be, and then there's the way things are. So yeah, there's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of like letting go and woosahing and just moving and being fluid with that. So.
Dr. Tammy she's out of Idaho. She says, by the way, she's buying, I think Dr. Tammy, I think you're buying an HVAC company, you and your husband, is that correct? She says, yep, that's why I'm doing transitional and sober living. I worked for 27 years at a women's prison and saw the absolute need. So
Mhm.
Cassandra, do you want to expand in Alaska, or where are you trying to expand to? Like, what do you want more of?
Absolutely. I want to grow this portfolio in Alaska. Again, you know, with our entire 30 people here, it's not like super scalable. So I will have to go outside of my state, but I want to serve my state so much. There's a lot of need here. And it's really just a matter of bringing, I mean, I'm like the architect, right? Like I bring all the right people to the deal because I'm not the right person to put the program in place for sober living. I'm not the right person to put the program in place for assisted living, but I do go and find the people who are. And
Mm,
then I look to, you know, partner with them and say, let me be your real estate solution. Because those two things are completely different businesses.
mm. Okay, 4 years in SubTo.
Yes, sir.
What would you say to yourself if you go back 4 years ago? What would you do? What would you do a little bit better, a little bit different, more of, less of? Any like one or two pieces of advice you have for some of the newer members?
When you start to gain momentum, don't stop. It's just like a curse for me. Like, oh shoot, I'm doing good, and I don't got to do the things I was doing anymore, like posting on social media. Like I said earlier, I mean, I have six short-term rentals. They're arbitrage deals, but they were all brought to me. Like I didn't do anything to go find that relationship other than network, right? I wasn't cold calling landlords all day. I wasn't doing any of those things. It was brought to me because I was bringing value to my community, and I was posting about it. And I tell this story all the time in our meetups. When I was buying the boarding house, one of the things that the people who had currently lived there said to me was, "We need new mattresses. Like we literally have, you know, we're sleeping on springs that are poking through." And I'm like, "Yuck! Like we can't have that." So we have this cool place that has amazing commercials called the Mattress Ranch. I went on down to the
Yes, the
Mattress
Mattress
Ranch.
Ranch.
Yes, there's a beautiful story behind it. You'll have to Google it. Um, Anyways, I went down there and we were just setting up our LLC for this business. I didn't even have my card yet. I just kind of went in to shop and then I was like, okay, cool. This is what we're going to get. I'll have to come back in a week when I get the card because they said we have to put down like a 50 percent deposit because I was ordering 12 freaking mattresses, right? Um, and I was like, yeah, cool. I'll come back next week. And he's like, all right, I don't mean to be creepy. And I was like, okay. He's like, I honestly don't even know how we're connected on Facebook. He's like, but I see your videos about your short-term rentals and stuff, and I know what you're doing. So I'm okay just like ordering these without the deposit.
That's so cool.
And I was like, oh, wow. Duh. Social media. Duh. Do you think I did a really great job of continuously being out there? No. So when you gain momentum and you see the things that work, keep doing them, dudes.
Yeah, in fact, double down, get a little bit more efficient, abandon the things that aren't serving you, double down on the things that are. I am guilty of that as well, is that I have to remind myself what works, what doesn't work. And you know, you get momentum, you realize what you're capable of, but at the same time you take like a 30-day break or a 45-day break or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden you got to rebuild that momentum. I think the hardest part of working out, social media, doing deals is not starting. I actually think it's continual. It's restarting is actually harder.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I did 5 deals. I paused on X, Y, and Z. I focused on these deals. Now it's like, oh crap, my pipeline's empty. Things have slowed down. I have to now go back and push that rock up the hill again. Dude, I already pushed the rock up the hill and it started moving down the hill and I was building momentum and I stopped. Now I have to push that freaking rock up that hill again. It is really, really challenging, but that's really great advice.
Yeah, and like all of our, our amazing moms, right? It's you got the rock up the hill, just hold it there, and then use your other 8 arms to start bringing in the people that can help you do those things, so that you can continue to move forward. Because doing it alone, y'all, not
Um,
fun.
Really good advice. So guys, this is Cassandra Johnson. Reach out to her. Her phone number is right here on the screen. Cassandra, will you put your contact information in the side chat?
I
Are
sure
there any
will.
top states that you're looking for um, maybe opportunities in, or is there a way for people that are like, hey, I want to jump into some of your projects? How can people reach out to you? What's the best way?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my Blink in here for you guys. It's got all my contact information. It's also got my buy box, so you can hop right in there and see what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for people to help me underwrite deals, and of course, we always need more private money. So if you're looking to work with somebody who makes sure that your money's safe, like holler at your girl. I'm
Guys,
gonna
Cassandra's been my friend for 4 years. She's been so awesome and has ran meetups. Even when, 5 people show up, she shows up, she does the thing. 5 people in Alaska is like 100 people in Phoenix, just FYI. And that's challenging. Like, imagine
Mhm.
doing an Instagram live and literally nobody is on your Instagram live, 0 viewers, and you're sitting there going, I'm live, but nobody's watching this. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to practice my storytelling. I'm going to practice posting, the mechanics. I'm going to practice. Cassandra has had that mindset of like, I'm going to do the thing because doing the thing is the right thing to do, regardless of how many people show up. And tonight, she's going to have the biggest meetup that Alaska has ever had. You freaking badass.
It's gonna be great.
It's going to be a
Thank
good one.
you.
Well, where are we doing? We're doing it at Bill and Kimberly's restaurant, right?
We are. We are. I'm hoping that we're okay on occupancy limits. We might get visited by the fire department.
Good. That will help them get their first deal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be so great.
It'll be freaking great. Guys, 625 people are in here on live Zoom. We got 140 people on YouTube, about 800 people total. Squat Up Summit is coming up, guys. Squat Up Summit is going to be here in 6 months. This tour is my road to Squat Up Summit. We will be in Denver in March. Tickets, we've already sold 1,000 tickets to Squat Up Summit. 1,000 tickets have been sold already ahead of time. So go to squatupsummit.com/pace. I think we're selling like 25 tickets almost every single day. How many people are going to Squat Up Summit? Give me a me. Squat Up Summit. Okay, a lot of people are coming to Squat Up Summit. Cassandra, how cool is Squat Up Summit?
Oh, it's the best. It is. I mean, the energy is unmatched for sure. I mean, if I spend thousands of dollars, you guys, every time I leave this dang state to go to these meetups, like I do it for a reason because they're so powerful. It takes me like
Okay,
24
so
hours and thousands of bucks.
let me show you guys something. So if you guys go to squatupsummit.com, I would not go to squatupsummit.com. You guys can see we got Jocko and we got Dean Graziosi. We got a bunch of other incredible people that are coming. Here's what you're going to find. You're going to go to this price and it's going to give you a $1,400 ticket. Do not go to that link. Go to squatupsummit.com/pace and it will give you the there was a wait list pricing. Go to /pace before my team changes it.
Whoa,
Okay.
dang.
My team does not know that this has happened. So this is the wait list. Go to squadupsummit.com/pace. One thing you'll know about us is we do not ever discount things. Last year we had Jordan Peterson, David Goggins. We had some of the best people This year, we will have economists that are world-renowned economists talking about what's going to happen in 2026, 2027. And we're going to have more breakout rooms than we had last year. That was probably one of the biggest hits of last year, was that last breakout room. We had 2,000 people in that one breakout room at the end on day number 3. They're going to yell at you, Pace, probably, and that's okay. What was your, do you have like a one big takeaway from a Squat Up Summit last year, Cassandra? Anything that was like my favorite thing? Was it staying out late in the hallways and networking with people? Was it a particular speaker? Was it just the energy and reconnecting with everybody? What was like one of your biggest takeaways?
Oh gosh, you know what? I would have to say it was, I mean, because we've had a couple of events since then, so trying to keep my mind straight. I mean, it's always like taking 11,000 volts of electricity through your body, right? And you're just like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna go do it all. So, and then finding the people that can help you, like, just blast that out of the water, like more than you could ever do on your own, is definitely always the best part of these events. Like, I love our speakers, they get you riled up, all of those things, but I think we all know that just being there in person and networking is what it's all about.
Yeah, Dr. Tammy says in the side chat, she says, my husband and I didn't go to bed before 3 a.m. every single day for 4 days in a row.
Right, definitely bring your cough drops or like your lemon water, keep that voice good, because you're going to sound like, I don't know, some sort of creep at the end.
You're
What's
going to sound
up?
like me, dude. You're going to sound
Yeah.
like me.
Right.
Um,
I hope you have insurance on your voice.
I've thought about that multiple times. I
Real
think
talk.
my voice is starting to get so callous now that it's starting to like be all right. I can talk almost every day. It hurts, but not as much as it used to about a year ago. Okay, Cassandra, I'm going to text you with Scott and myself. See what we can. I think I already did. You and Scott have been texted together. He's my production manager. I want to get out, film at this boarding house. This boarding house, we can't go inside of it, right? Are there any empty rooms that we can like film?
There maybe I'll have to check with my leasing manager, but I always like to kind of give them a heads up, especially if we're going to be coming in with a camera crew. That might be a little
Of
crappy
course.
of us.
But I mean, in the very least, we can film outside of it, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
We can
cool.
definitely do that.
Courtney, I'm sorry, Courtney Taguchi. I'm sorry, I saw you in the side chat. Cassandra, tonight we are going to be doing a 110 person meetup. I bet you we'll have at least 100 people fit in that restaurant tonight. It'll be what I would assume is going to be the biggest meetup that Anchorage, Alaska has ever seen. I want to help somebody. If you guys are out there on YouTube land or you're brand new to the community or anywhere near Alaska, please come to this meetup tonight and come right to me and go, I've never done a deal. And I will latch onto you and we will get a deal done tonight. I will partner with you. I'm keeping this book all the way through Squat Up Summit. I'm documenting every deal I'm doing. We're creating a whole series out of this entire thing. And I want not only Cassandra, she's going to be part of the series, and so is Carly Romer. I'm going to film with him at one of our sixplexes I own with him. And then I'm going to be filming with Max, one of our members from San Francisco, flew up to see Cassandra's meetup tonight. Owns a car wash in town that does $1.5 million a year, 55% net profit margins. That thing makes him like $600,000 a year. One car wash right down the road. We're going to go document that. And then we're going to be at the meetup tonight. So we'll see you guys tonight in Alaska. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I don't care who you are, Gator, Top Tier TC, you're from the free Facebook group. I do not care. creativenationtour.com/locations to like scroll through and see the locations. RSVP, it helps us with food. As you guys could see a little bit ago, Cassandra's like, oh crap. I thought we had 50 people. Now we have 110 people. I'm now stressed out about food and drink and other things. Guys, please make sure you are RSVPing. It helps us understand the food situation, the games, and the connecting things that we're going to be doing. RSVP for all of your cities, every one of your cities. And if you're going to 2 or 3, please RSVP. We will not email you. We will not sell you anything. We will not do any of that. We just need to know how much stuff we need for these meetups, okay? Now, a couple of things I'm also going to do this week. I have a 155 pad RV park that I'm buying from somebody from the Hawaii meetup, and I'm calling the seller to finalize terms tomorrow. So for tomorrow's jam session, anybody want to watch me close down 155 pad RV park tomorrow on seller finance?
Let's
Um,
go.
let's see if I've got a couple other calls this week. So I've got an RV park that I'm going to be locking up in a self-storage facility. Both of those need calls to finalize the terms. I will be doing all of those on the jam sessions this week. Now, here's what I'm going to be doing, and I want to give you guys all of this. If you guys would like me to call your sellers this week, you guys would like me to solve your problems this week, does anybody in here have a problem they need a solution to? They need a phone call. They need me to break the spell on a seller. Inga, keeps asking. She's actually emailed me a couple times. She's like, let me pop this to the top of your chat. Inga, what up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. What do you have? What do you need? How can we help you out?
Yes, thank you so much. I was actually I have a few deals for myself, but first I wanted to take care of two of my clients who need help selling. So
Okay, so
one,
you're in this situation, you're the real estate agent, is that correct?
yeah,
Okay, and what market are we talking about?
Washington
Okay, Washington, D.C. or Washington State?
State.
Okay, so you are the agent. You have clients that want to sell their house. Have they already been listed on the market for a little bit and they need a creative solution? Or what are you thinking?
Yes, so one of them is actually the business, a truck parking business, and we've been on the market for 6 months, and then
Wait, it's a what kind of business?
uh, trucking, parking for the trucks, truck repair shop.
I would love to buy that.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Would they sell on seller finance?
They need big down payment though,
Why?
because he is planning to move out of state and buy business in Florida.
Okay. What do you know what his revenue is on the park?
Not much. He just left one of his biggest tenants, so he's actually he doesn't make much.
Okay, so it doesn't make money, but he wants a big down payment. Do we see how he's crazy?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Does he know, is he aware that he's crazy? Would you like me to tell him he's crazy on a call? How can I help you?
I don't know actually.
I won't say, you've watched a lot of my seller calls, so you know I won't be rude. Would you like me to call him and chat with him as a potential buyer this week? The answer
Yeah.
should be yes. Immediately say yes to that. Do we all
Uh,
agree? The fact that Inga, the fact that you just hesitated, would you like me to help you? I have a lot of people in Zero Down that are looking to buy businesses. So would you like me to call with this seller and maybe chat with him about what he's looking for in Florida? See if we can maybe find the thing for him in Florida so that
yes,
it'll make it easier for him to sell the thing in Washington. You want to do that?
absolutely. I'd
Okay,
love
so
to.
Inga, here's what I want you to do. Email Melissa at SubTo and say, Melissa, Pace said he'll call my seller this week during the jam sessions. Does anybody want to watch that happen this week? Watch how we can solve this seller's problem on all fronts. What's cool about this community is, do you think I have a problem finding what he needs in Florida?
That's
Freak
why
no.
that's why I called you.
We got all the SubTo homies in Florida that can help solve this problem, which is really cool. So Inga, email Melissa, Melissa at subto.com and say, Melissa, Pace will call my seller this week. Can we get that on the calendar? Now, every one of these jam sessions, I might do it at the beginning or I'll do it at the end. I'm not quite sure. And if you guys want me to call your sellers and solve your problems this week or any other jam session, Melissa at subto.com, and we'll get it on the calendar so I can call maybe one or two people almost every day. I want to solve 180 to 360 problems over the next couple of months as I'm on the road. I'm in Alaska with sand from Hawaii on my feet right now, and I want to solve problems. Let's freaking go. Okay. Inga, what's
Thank you so
another
much.
seller you have? What's the other one?
Another one is a very sweet lady. She needs to sell her house, which is completely, it needs a lot of repair, about 150,000 in repair,
Okay.
and she doesn't have money. She wants to split the profit after she sells. So that's going to be innovation probably.
Oh, innovation. Okay. So have you talked to Kenny in Washington about this?
Not in person, no. I posted in our group, but I didn't talk to Kenny yet.
Okay. I'm going to give you Kenny's phone number, okay?
Um,
I want you to text Kenny and ask him who would do a novation on this deal.
okay, we were just talking with Kenny on Instagram, so but I'll write down his phone number.
Okay. Let's see here. Yo, what up, Adam Curry? By the way, guys, Adam Curry just made $358,000 on one deal a couple of weeks ago. $358,000. They double closed. Him and DW Chalmers, okay, Daryl, both made $358,000 each. $716,000 fee that they split. Adam Curry, bro. Spicy like curry, bro. It's freaking good. So good. All right, let me see. For some reason my contacts are not working. Inga, I'm gonna email you and Kenny together, but here's what I want you to do. So that deal's a novation. So we need to find somebody in the community that's gonna flip that house, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Monique just put it. Thank you, Monique, you sweet woman. Good to see you, Monique. Monique has Kenny's contact in the side chat. How could I help out? Does the seller know that she needs a novation agreement?
Yes, she's aware.
Okay, and you've explained this to her.
Yeah.
Inga, are you Ukrainian, Polish, Russian? What are you?
Mixed, all of them.
Did I just guess all three?
You did.
Man, I've been traveling so good. I just know people, man. That's freaking awesome. Is that the perfect mix? Is that really your mix? Russian, Ukrainian, and some Polish?
Yeah, well, most of it are Moldovan and Ukrainian, but we
I
do
would
have
have
some
never
Polish.
guessed that one.
You
I
missed
would have never.
Armenian though. My great-grandmother was Armenian.
Okay, love it. Okay, cool. So you would say you're Slavic, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. Have you connected with one of my really good friends in the community, Darina Alexa?
I just met her on Zoom recently, and she's on my contact this week to connect with her.
Okay, she's incredible. She's not doing projects over there, but she's incredible. You should just know her. We should start a whole Slavic portion of our community because we got a lot of Slavic badasses in this community. She's freaking awesome. Inga, get on my calendar with Melissa at SubTo.com. I want to call all the people and I want to solve all the problems.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Thank you so much.
You're freaking awesome, Inga. Okay, so Cassandra, I appreciate you tremendously. Thank you so much for being such a leader. Like 4 years of standing up, putting all the pressure on your shoulders, doing all these meetups and just doing everything you possibly can. Even though in Anchorage, you only have 49 SubTo members, you've got 110 people showing up to see you tonight. So you're freaking awesome. Is
So
the goal
great.
tonight for you to get some private money? What's your main goal?
Absolutely. Well, honestly, the goal for me tonight is to get our family moving and taking action because that has been a tough thing for us. I think that private money comes with good deals, so I'm not stressed about that too much.
Okay.
I want to get everybody else involved and show them that they can do this in Alaska too.
Okay, I love it.
In Nowheresville, USA, you can do deals.
I wonder if there's a town in Alaska named Nowheresville.
Something close.
Carly Romer, I hope I see you this evening, and I hope to film with you either today or tomorrow. I'm going to try and film with 3 people while I'm here. So Max, Carly Romer, and Cassandra. Cassandra, I'll text you when I get off of this. Guys, if you need me to call your sellers, please, I'd love to buy some deals with people. I want to buy a couple more RV parks before the end of the year. Reza, I want to buy an RV park from you before the end. I'd be like in November, like really, really fast. Man, I love this community so much.
We all love this
Cassandra, you're
community.
badass.
We
You're
thank
the
you
best.
for helping us build it.
Of course, of course, of course. Inga, you got what you need. Thank you so much. I'll see you hopefully later this week. Everybody else, here's what I would do. Go to squadupsummit.com/pace. Make sure you guys get your ticket before my team raises the price to the November, like October pricing. Last year we sold out a month and a half before Squad Up Summit. Do not miss out on Squad Up Summit. Squadupsummit.com/pace for the wait list pricing. And I'll see you guys in Alaska today, Oklahoma City on Wednesday, And then Chicago on Saturday. Chicago already has 515 people have registered for Chicago. I imagine we'll probably have 700 people there. CreativeNationTour.com. For those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, come out, meet our community members, come out and be their private money lenders, buy deals from them, do whatever you got to do, come out and meet some of the people in the community. The tickets are completely free. You've got leaders like Cassandra to run around, going to Costco, doing everything they possibly can to create an environment for you that you want to come in and do the thing. The only thing we will be selling at these events is food. There's going to be some vendors at some of these events that will be selling food and making sure people have the ability to feed themselves and feed their family. Kids are welcome. Spouses are welcome. Just register all of them so we know a head count for everybody. Appreciate you guys. And I will be back here tomorrow making seller calls on the jam session.